So it turns out Hummel aren't the Skoda of Sportswear brands after all. What's happening, Blues? Welcome back to GrandOldTeam. I'm Adam Partington. Before we go on and talk about Everton's brand new shiny Hummel jersey, remember to hit the subscribe button so you're notified every time we upload a video to this channel. And also, if you know an Evertonian who has not heard of GrandOldTeam, who doesn't watch the channel, then please share this content with them. At GrandOldTeam, we are just a group of lads, a group of fans that put out this content. We're not backed by some gigantic media company, it's just us, so we need all the help that we can get. So if you enjoy these videos, please share them with the other Evertonians that you know. So we've finally seen Everton's new Hummel jersey, which has really impressed me. I'm going to eat a little bit of humble pie now and admit that I was wrong to compare Hummel to Skoda. Before the Skoda drivers get angry at me again and start tweeting what car articles at me about how great Skodas are. This is the internet. I don't actually mean what I say. I'm just joking. Pull yourselves together. Hummel have done a really, really good job with the shirt. I think it's very unique. It's vintage Everton. I really like the simplicity of it. The training gear is fantastic as well. Some of the other stuff I've seen. I'm not somebody who really buys replica shirts. I was trying to think today of the last Everton shirt that I purchased, and it was probably the one that Nike did, the first one that Nike did. So it's Moyes' last season. That's like 2012 or something. That's the last time I brought a shirt. So I'm not the market for football shirts. With that said, though, you know, I can obviously tell the difference between a good jersey and a bad jersey. And these people who try and play it cool and say, you know what, why do you care so much about a football shirt? As long as it's blue, I don't care. No, not quite. You know, it's how Everton look. These images of these players are beamed all around the world, and it's important that, you know, the jerseys that they wear look good. That attracts global fans to the team. So yeah, I think it is quite important, and I think Hummel have done a good job. But also, when I was thinking about doing this video today, I was thinking about some of my favourite kits from the past. Two of them. One of them is the kit that Rooney wore when he broke into the Everton side with Kejan on the front, Puma. That was a lovely jersey. I really like Puma. And then the other one that I really liked was the Lecoq Sportif one, which is you remember the one with that was kind of paid homage to the 85 Cup Winners' Cup jersey, and that jersey from 85. That was a really good jersey, and I think Lecoq Sportif got that bang on. And also, some of you will also remember that at that time they brought out these like Sergio Tacchini tracksuit tops with it, which were amazing as well, with the old badge on and stuff. That was brilliant. So yeah, I think this is probably the best shirt that we've had in a long time. I think Umbro let us down. Some of the kits we've had in this latest stint with them haven't really been very nice. Last season's kit was horrific. That one we had the season when Allardyce came in, that shirt was probably the perfect shirt for that season because it was a car crash. And do you know what? I stand corrected. I'm going to do you know, something else that isn't popular on the internet. I'm going to admit I was wrong again, and I'm going to say, actually, those of you that pointed out that we would be Hummel's biggest club and that was a massive plus for Everton, you were right. I was wrong. I'm sorry for disrespecting Hummel. Although, without this being a full Hummel shagging, I have got one criticism, and that's you didn't listen when I said just write Hummel, don't use the B. Well, that's what I think. What do you think? Today, GrandOldTeam did a tweet asking for your opinions on the new shirt, so I'm going to read some of them out. Finn Kitch says, "This will look sensational on the photographs of us lifting the FA Cup." Yeah, it's always important. I mean, look, as Evertonians, we beggars can't be choosers. We could wear anything and win an FA Cup. I wouldn't mind. But yeah, it's always good to be wearing a really nice jersey when you lift the trophy. And Peter Hatch says, "I like it a lot. The piping around the sleeves is timeless. I was considering buying it, but haven't had a replica shirt since 1978. I'm 56, 5'6", and fat, so maybe not." Peter, don't be silly, mate. I'm sure you will look amazing in this kit. You'll look very handsome, very dashing. I can see by your profile picture. You're a handsome chap. So buy the jersey. #body positivity. Leon Cummings says, "Was hoping for a bit more of a bolder statement, really. Certainly better than anything Umbro have come up with for some time, but still no wow factor for me. Some of the training kits, though, now you're talking. Yeah, I saw an image of one of the training kits and it was like all black with a black badge. That looks kind of cool. I like that. I will buy training gear. I don't tend to buy replica jerseys, as I mentioned, but I will buy the training gear, so it's good to see that some of that looks really cool. John Joe _EFC says it's very smart. The blue looks more like royal, if that's possible. Massive improvement on the current kit, which is the worst kit we've had in years. I've already mentioned that. It was a terrible kit this season. He says his only complaint is that the badge looks like it's stuck on, but that's the only negative. And someone else has pointed that out to me, Dave Johnson as well, who is a regular, frequent contributor to the channel, also mentioned this. It does look like it's kind of stuck on and not sewn on, so we'll have to see how that holds up in the wash. And this week, Everton also beat Leicester 2-1 at Sigurdsson on Wednesday evening. I had a little moan about this on Twitter because I thought the 6 o'clock start time was ridiculous. It wasn't very practical for me. Probably wasn't practical for a lot of you as well, trying to make it home from work or finishing work if you're working from home at the moment. Then if you've got kids, you know, trying to get the kids ready for bed and doing tea and all these kind of things and trying to keep up to date with the match was tough. But this is just me moaning about Project Restart again. It was a good result for Everton. Again, I think Carlo Ancelotti came to the forefront, made the right changes at the right times and saw that game out. And I just want to focus for a second on that first goal because I thought it was fantastic. I thought it was magic. Luca Dean's nice little nestled header down into the path of Anthony Gordon, who Anthony Gordon does really well again. You know, he looks like such a good prospect. I did a video on him, which is on the channel, which I suggest you check out, looking at Carlo Ancelotti's comments on Anthony Gordon and looking at his potential for Everton. He is a really exciting player and he whips this lovely ball into the box and Richarlison meets it perfectly. It's just a really good goal to watch. I genuinely enjoyed it. It's always great to watch Everton score, but that was just like a nice, well-worked goal, and I thought it was brilliant, and this guy certainly enjoyed it.
But Everton are in, Everton are in, Everton are in. Oh, for fuck's sake, we are so shit! Richarlison scored! Oh, he's doing that celebration. I'm done with it. I'm done with it. What?
And then after that, Everton got a penalty, which is quite a rarity, and Gylfi Sigurdsson converted again. I think given the time that he had to wait, his composure that he showed there was great, and we're 2-0 up against Leicester inside 20 minutes, and you're thinking this is a great start, but it's also a recipe for an Everton disaster. But I'm starting to wonder now if we need to change our mentality as Evertonians now. We fear the worst. It's inherent within us. It's probably not going to... That feeling that Everton are going to cause you a lot of stress and mess things up from comfortable positions, that's not going to go away until Everton stop doing that for a longer period of time. However, I think we should start to feel more comfort in the fact that we do have Carlo Ancelotti as manager. And again on Wednesday, he proved why we pay him the big money. His substitutions were terrific again. He allowed Everton to take a foothold in the game when we were starting to shake a little bit at 2-1, and we saw the game out. And actually, in the last 10 minutes, I didn't feel like we were going to concede. And that's a novel and nice feeling as an Evertonian. And also, I just want to shout out Michael Keane again, who's now had, I think, 3 really good games since the restart. But the $1 million question now is, can Everton go on and get a place in Europe? I think this game on Monday, 8 o'clock on Monday, that's a better time to play a football game. That one against Tottenham, away at Tottenham, a stadium that we haven't historically done very well in. However, the away rule thing now has kind of gone out of the window. As I mentioned on a video a couple of weeks back, the data from the Bundesliga suggests that the advantage for the home team isn't a thing anymore. So I'm confident that, given the fact that Tottenham lost again last night, we can potentially go there and get a win. And then it's Southampton, and then another key game against Wolves. I think in the running, the Tottenham game and the Wolves game are going to define where we finish, because after that, it's Aston Villa, it's Sheffield United away at their place, and Bournemouth. The 2 hardest games for me are Tottenham and Wolves, not discounting Sheffield United, but I do think if Everton can go and get a result at Tottenham and Wolves, then we've got a very good chance of qualifying for Europe, and that would be amazing in my opinion. And then what else happened this week? Oh yeah, Carlo Ancelotti forgot who Luke Garbutt was.
I just wondered if you wanted to say anything about Luke Garbutt, who's leaving the club. He's been there for 11 years. Why have you decided to release him?
Who?
Luke Garbutt.
In Carlo's defence, he probably didn't know, he didn't forget who Luke Garbett was. He may have not even known about Luke Garbett. I don't think the club would have given him an extensive dossier on Garbett. But it was kind of humorous to watch Carlo Ancelotti just, I've got no idea who he is. And I think Luke Garbett took it really well with that tweet back to Ancelotti, or it retweeted the video of Ancelotti forgetting who he was with the crying with laughter emojis. That was great. And then to tweet that little compilation video of him at Ipswich was brilliant as well. So fair play to Luke Garbett there. But what do you think? What do you think about the kit? What was your thoughts on the Leicester game? And can Everton qualify for Europe? Well, let us know in the comment section underneath. I will endeavour to respond to every single comment that I get. As always, thank you for watching GrandOldTeam. Remember to hit the subscribe button, like and share this video with another Evertonian. I'm Adam Partington and I'll see you next time on GrandOldTeam.